I just want to formally, on camera, apologize because when I was going through the whole thing with the Farrakhan misquote, that was an interview with you.
Yes.
That I did. That's what set it all off.
Of course.
And you got kind of caught in the middle of it, and the whole time you stood by me.
You know why?
The whole time.
You know why? I'm not going to argue with somebody about their idea of a man. I know the reality one. And I don't think that I have to apologize to somebody for having a different vantage point. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to, but I know that I fuck with you because I do. And I don't need to explain my choices to anybody.
Yeah, likewise.
And so to me, it's not even hard. Yeah. It's a hard thing.
Well, I appreciate it, man, because I was going through a bad time. And ultimately, I reached a point where I wanted to apologize. And I did. A few months ago, I went on Willie D's podcast. That was a good friend of mine as well that had been in contact with me the whole time. And he's a huge Farrakhan supporter.
He is.
Huge. That's why I wanted to do a podcast where it wasn't just going to be a cakewalk. I wanted to sit down with someone that was going to push back and put a hard line in the questioning, which is what he did. But my whole thing was, at the time, I made a mistake. Pride got my way. I had people in my ear that were telling me to do a certain type of thing, hold a certain type of stance. But ultimately, it was my decision, and I felt I made a mistake, and I formally apologized. And look, some people said, oh, fuck you and your apology. But a lot of people...
You wasn't apologizing to him.
Yeah, I'm not apologizing to them, exactly. But a lot of people, like, for example, Killer Mike gave me a call right afterwards, like, yo, man, thank you so much for doing that. That means a lot to me and our relationship. And Lord Jamar came back.
I saw.
Everyone, made a big uproar over it. Oh, no, he's coming back to the white man or whatever else. But see, me and Jamar had a real friendship.
I saw.
That lasted for years and years and years.
Maybe they don't know, but I know.
Yeah.
I'm not a dude. Listen, I don't say shit I don't mean. I don't hang out. You never see me. I do pretty much what I believe. Mm-hmm. When you apologize, whatever was going on, I had a feeling about it. But I can't speak for you and your intent. But I was proud that you apologized when you thought you should.
Yeah.
It wasn't like shit was going on fire. It's easy for a motherfucker to apologize when shit is bad.
And I purposely waited so people couldn't say, oh, he's just doing it because his business is in a decline. My business is fine. Oh, he's just doing it because so-and-so pressed him. Nobody pressed me. Nobody made me do it. I did it because I wanted to do it. And I waited for a certain amount of time because I wanted to do it with Willie D in person. So I had to make it down to Houston. In my schedule, like, I don't travel around like you do, for example. So I had to plan a whole Houston trip and so forth. And ultimately, I stand behind my decision. It's nice to be able to talk about it because ultimately it came from an edited video. A video was purposely edited a certain type of way to make Farrakhan appear to say one thing, but then later on, he explained his point better.
That's the world we live in.
And that's the world we live in, man. And
I'm never... Do you know how many motherfuckers I fuck with that I gotta explain to people? I'm like, I'm not ready to do that.
Yeah.
I watch... You gotta remember this. Some of the people you have on this show, I'm intimately associated. Like TK, when I see him from what he was and what he is now. Mm-hmm. I see you from what you were, from what you are now. And I have a lot of these people who are commenting on these things have never been in the same room with you. So it's a more 20,000 foot view. I'm not gonna begrudge them that. Mm-hmm. But I know this. I have more friends that I have to explain to people than I don't. But the people who I have to explain to people, they wouldn't get no matter what. Mm. They would, because you got to be there. It's like the book versus the movie. When you write a book, people make their own ideas up. When you make a movie, that's yours. I can't explain to you my book.
Love it. Love it.